Umberto Mucci, and this is We the ItaliaNews, a podcast about Italy during coronavirus times. Today is Wednesday, November 11. Dear friends, here in Italy, the second wave of the virus is in some way worse than the first. I don't want to distress you with too many numbers. Only in the Monday video I gave some more of them. But yesterday we lost 580 Italians in just one day because of this virus, and it's an impossible number to bear. By the end of the week, more than 2/3 of the country will probably be in the orange zone, the intermediate one, or the red zone, the one of maximum danger and therefore maximum restrictions. It would not be a general lockdown, but something that looks very similar to it. After having put Abruzzo, Basilicata, Umbria, Liguria and Tuscany in the orange zone together with Sicily and Apulia, who were already there, and after having decided that Trentino Alto Adige is in the red zone along with Calabria, Lombardy, Piedmont and Valle d'Aosta, the Minister of Health is evaluating the situation of Campania, Emilia-Romagna, Friuli Venezia Giulia and Veneto, all regions that so far are in the yellow zone, the one with the least restrictions, but could be declared today in orange or even red zone. If this happens, only Lazio, Molise, Marche and Sardinia would remain in the yellow zone, at least for now. If it seems to you a chaotic situation, is because it is exactly like that. Imagine the confusion of us living here who do not know what we can do in a few days. I confess that in the last 2 weeks I only have been going out to buy groceries or to the pharmacy or to make medical visits or to accompany someone to do them while we still can. For the rest, I'm lucky because I have a terrace, and that's where I enjoy my being outdoors safe. There is a serious data collection problem in Italy. Several regions are not able to update their numbers on time, and this causes them to chase the virus rather than anticipate and prepare to fight it properly. Italy is therefore thinking about a change in the monitoring system to detect the spread of the virus in the country, because in many regions hospitals are now collapsing, and there is a risk that people die every day not only for the COVID but also because they would need hospitalization for other diseases or surgeries, but there are no more places and no doctors or nurses available. Another problem is that we can't hire tracers. The money is there, the need is huge, only the signature on the contract is missing, but it's not happening. And the result is that today, in the middle of the second wave, there are 49,000 Italians who have made themselves available to the health prevention departments to help in epidemiological investigations, and yet the regions are not calling them because of the bureaucracy that blocks them. They are doctors, nurses, health assistants, prevention technicians, university students in nursing and healthcare disciplines, simple volunteers willing to be helpful. They're stuck in the moment when it needs them more. These are all things that we should have solved in the summer, while instead the way in which government and regions have arrived and prepared for the second wave that we all knew would arrive in October is sensational. When all this will be over, there's no doubt that it will be necessary a rigorous examination of what did not work. And who is to blame for this? Because those who made these numerous and huge mistakes will have on their consciences thousands of Italian deaths and will have to pay for their faults. Another clear failure is in the provision of flu vaccines. Out of 60 million Italian citizens today, in the midst of the moment when the flu arrives, usually 15 million doses of flu vaccine are missing. Well, speaking of vaccine, as you certainly know, there is a great news about the one produced between America and Germany, which has an effectiveness of 90%. Italy will almost certainly have 13.5% of the total of the first tranche for Europe. It is 3.4 million doses in the first tranche, and then others for a final total of about 27 million doses waiting for other vaccines to arrive. Since it is a vaccine that needs two administrations to work, this first tranche means to provide coverage to about 1.7 million people already from the second half of January 2021, when Italy should start with the immunization of all health workers and most of the guests of health residences for the elderly. This vaccine needs to be stored and transported at a more than rigid temperature of minus 70 Celsius degrees, which is equivalent to minus 94 Fahrenheit degrees. An adequate number of equipped refrigerators will be needed in large logistics hubs such as airports and ports, to storage them. The product available in vials ready to be administered will only be able to withstand the most ordinary refrigerator temperatures for 5 days before it loses its effectiveness. Moving such vital, delicate and massive amounts of drugs at these temperatures is a logistical challenge of unprecedented proportions. Every delay can cost dearly. The Italian army should collaborate in the transport of materials and logistics planning. It should take a few weeks to complete this first phase, but all this is only a hope, because the Italian plan for this is still to be written. The hope is not small, however, because in the commission that is working on this plan there is also the Spallanzani Hospital, the most efficient Italian center for the treatment of contagious diseases, which was given the 53,000 euros collected by We the Italians thanks to the donations from new Italian Americans. It is another demonstration of the goodness of a choice of where to allocate your money and generosity. So this is a hope, and the new vaccine is a good news, and we'll hold on to that. But please be safe, stay healthy, as we will try to do here. My name is Umberto Mucci. This was We the Italian News. Ciao from Rome. I'll see you next Friday.